We have so much to unpack today, starting with that kiss, and you will see all the signals that it's fake. Harry getting extra touchy with a Nacho for some strange reason. And media outlets publishing the most unflattering photos of Meghan with a twist. And Nacho's daughter asking where is Lily. This and more on tonight's show. Hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And speaking of streaming giants, you know all those times that I have live streamed BBC content that is only available in the UK? That's only possible thanks to today's video sponsor, Private Internet Access, which is my VPN of choice and I've been using for 2 years now. Because the same way you lock your door so no strangers can get inside your home, a VPN is an app that secures your internet connection so nobody can access or see your information such as your passwords or your location. The feature that I love the most is the ability to access the complete library of streaming services such as Netflix, no matter what country you're in. If you're in the United States, you can access Netflix UK catalog and vice versa. Private Internet Access is also available in 91 countries and all 50 US states. Now, you know that I've recommended them a few times in all my channels, but now they've got a brand new feature that you're going to love. Now you can use Private Internet Access in an unlimited amount of devices at the same time, just pressing one button. So, no matter how many devices you've got at home, your whole family can surf the web protected and safe. With 30 million downloads and more than 8,000 Trustpilot reviews, you can bet Private Internet Access is the best of the best. And using my personal link in the description of this video, you get a special offer of 83% discount. That's just $2 a month, and you also get 4 extra months for free with a 30-day money-back guarantee plus 24/7 customer support. So go get Private Internet Access now. So we already know that Harry is planning to do some kind of series about Polo with Netflix. And even if I spent most of last night's show explaining why it's going to be a failure, it seems that in Harry's last Polo appearance, they made sure to be filming with professional equipment. But as I said in the intro, there are so many failures, memes, and strange things happening with the articles that it's difficult to know where to start. But the first image that caught my attention was, hands down, this one, in which you can see them with their children. Just kidding. They are on a field with their security around them because, you know, dangers. Even if they are surrounded by people that have way more money than them. And I couldn't help but come up with the real show that we want to watch. Grifters Season 1. Because rock bottom is just the beginning. I mean, Netflix should hire me as a consultant for their shows because this would be a huge hit. And not to mention the special Carbon edition in black and chrome. And sometimes you've got hits, sometimes you miss, and sometimes, well, you're Meghan attending an event missing the mark completely. In this case with 5-inch stilettos that were not the best choice to be gracing the audience with her presence. Because, you know, you're walking on grass, so not a good idea. You see that Serena Williams was also around, and Serena had the smarts to pick the right kind of shoe. And now that I see Serena, it seems that they are still friends, so I wouldn't be surprised that she will be one of the first guests at Meghan's cooking show. It must be like Arsewives, but with pans and knives. In other words, the same guests. And I'm sure you noticed that Meghan had a less than pleased facial expression on that last picture. I don't know what she was looking at, but it reminded me of those pictures many years ago at Tom Inskip's wedding, when Meghan made sure to mark her territory with gingerbread. Well, I'm glad to say that even if times change, Meghan keeps being the same, and that's great to know. And I'm sure she's making that same expression right now, seeing how this picture was published by the Daily Mail. I mean, I swear, the first moment I saw this picture on my Twitter timeline, I said, oh my god, people playing with Photoshop again, this can't be real. And it turns out that this is 100% real, taken by Reuters. So this picture that prominently features Meghan's orthodontist's work will not be flagged by Getty Images because it's the real deal. And to make things way more hilarious, these are the photographers that they approved. So there's that. Now, I want to make this show interactive because there are things that I don't have that much experience. And one of them is identifying if someone is wearing a wig. And that's something that many rogues are claiming about this picture. But I don't have any means to know if that's right. Is this a wig or not? Some mention that the volume of the hair looks odd. Some say that the changes in color give it away. But I think you could be the better judge and tell me in the comments. Wig or not a wig? And another thing that I should mention is that the criticism of the way they dress went a little too far. I'm going to say that at last I see Harry half decent. And this was absolutely someone telling him what to wear. And he did listen. I'm sure it was Beth Hurley. Yeah, it must have been her. And as for Meghan, I have to congratulate her for being so eco-conscious and use just one roll of toilet paper to wrap herself with. I mean, no complaints. That could be a new trend. A dress made of toilet paper, 100% recyclable or compostable or whatever it's called. But let's jump straight at the end, because I know that you want me to talk about that kiss. And yes, it was at the end when they were messing with the trophy, and I'm going to show you the video of that moment, but hold on for a second. And this happened. We have seen awkward kisses of Harry and Meghan in the past, but they have evolved from year to year and not for the better. You take a closer look and you begin to sense that something is off, way off. But maybe even with this photo, it's hard to put your finger on what's wrong. And it's natural because the low contrast of the picture doesn't help. But then, trigger warning, let's zoom in and you see that both mouths are on their own and not really connecting. It's like Meghan is almost kissing Harry's nose and Harry is kissing Meghan's chin. And you can imagine that this was important. I mean, the kiss was important because they need to make sure everyone in the world knows how in love they are. But this was a Polo Cup, in the sense that if you want to make a show about Polo, Meghan and Harry kissing is not going to be critical for the plot. And that's why I'm telling you that this kind of stuff is Meghan's ideas. To be fair, this is not the first time they share the most awkward kiss in the history of ex-royals. This was at another polo tournament. I think it was last year, in which they had to offer the money shot. I mean the kiss. So the photographer could capture the moment. And what makes this kiss so cringe is their hands. I mean, I could understand that maybe one of them could be, could have disengaged hands, as in hands showing no emotions. But in this case, it was both of them. So what do you want me to think? What do you feel when you see this body language? Does it make you feel passion? Or does it make your stomach churn? Or something else? But passion is something that Harry sometimes displays, and this time with his good friend Nacho. The same way that Meghan still has Serena, well, we know that Harry and Nacho's friendship has been very close for a long time. And I would like to, some kind of explanation as to why was Harry's hand on Nacho's bum as they were walking. And in fact, right in front of Meghan, Delphina, who is Nacho's wife, and their daughter. Yeah, it's a bit hard to spot. But you can see Harry's arm right on Nacho's back and the hand, well, right where Nacho's back ends. You tell me if this isn't awkward. But I told you that it was going to be a cringe fest beyond anything that we have seen in a long time. Because at the end of the event, during the prize-giving photo, Meghan did not allow a royal fan to stand next to Harry. But let's watch the video. It will be way easier. Now, there you have Meghan. with her usual grin, not forced at all. No, why do you ask? How dare you? And right after this, that they are all holding the trophy, another woman comes, and naturally she goes to stand on the other side of Harry, right? To balance things. Harry being in the middle of two women. But no, Meghan cannot stand anyone being right next to Harry. And I must ask, why? What is the matter? This is a public event. Meghan is literally next to him and they're just going to take a picture. It's not like Harry is going to have a dinner with a lady or anything. And this just proves the level of insecurity that Meghan can show at times. And it's not pretty to watch. I mean, this is not the first time we have seen Meghan's strange and jealous behavior at a Polo event. Remember those pictures? Well, she was holding Archie, and the people around her were wondering, like, what is this lady doing? I'm sure nobody said anything because nobody wanted to be seen as racist or something worse. But this is the kind of sacrifices that the discount Duchess must do for her husband's upcoming Polo Netflix series. And that's why one could spot in many of those photos very high-end camera equipment. Not surprised if everyone who was attending had to sign an NDA and surrender all their likeness to be commercially exploited by the Montecito morons. I know that it's also hard to spot, but you see that guy on the right of Meghan? Well, so it seems that he was ultra aware of the cameras and made the most out of it. If I'm being recorded or for posterity, let me show my teeth the way Meghan does. But now that I think of it, he couldn't be mocking Meghan, right? Well, at least I hope not. Because even when she was talking casually to Delfina, you can see that they had the huge camera guy next to them. And the sound guy was right there to get the conversation right. That would be draining. Having to be posing all the time for the cameras, even if you're talking to your friends, because Delfina is still Meghan's friend, right? And I almost forgot to include this moment when they are taking a picture before the event, when they had just arrived and for some reason Harry was touching Nacho's hand with love. Well, maybe he was just being playful, but we already know that Harry and Nacho's friendship is really close, so it just might be part of the games they play. But who would have liked to see his dad playing? Archie and Lily. We know how Meghan is so invested in her children's privacy, but it's sad because they could be enjoying a family day. But what is more concerning is that even Nacho's daughter asked why Lily was not there. And I'm not the one claiming that. This appeared on Hello Magazine's Instagram. But in the end, these events are always going to be all about Meghan. Just like Taz said on this tweet, you do not see any of the other wives behaving like this. It is so cringe. It's like she gets drunk on attention. And I couldn't agree more. And I'm sure that we will be seeing more of this real soon. And I will be there with all the memes because, boy, the world is so crazy right now that we need a good laugh. But, Roguies, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And remember, much love and bliss.